Hello everyone, what's up? Eran Elbazir, and in today's episode we're going to continue with our stealth game, and we're going to start making our movement. So in our last episode we made a rotation, yes, everyone remember? And now we are going to make our movement. Okay, so we need a new script, C# script, let's call it player movement. Okay, and as before we want our player, let's call him player. We want to link player and player movement. So let's drag it. Okay, and let's open C#. Okay, so here we are again in C#. So the first thing we want to do is to add a component. We want to add character controller, okay? Because we want something to control our object. Okay, so now we want to make a variable of our player controller. So player, so character controller, let's call it CC. Okay, we want if get component character controller equal null, debug.log error, there is no character controller, and we want character controller equals get component character controller. No. Okay, so in our update we want to check for key. If you press WSD or whatever you want. So we want to get into into edit, project settings, and input. Now we have our horizontal and vertical, and this is our this is A and D, okay, and this is W and S, okay, up, down. So we want to copy this, and if input dot get axis, because it's an X bigger than 0. Okay, we have positive, negative, and 0. If it's positive, it means that we are pressing W. If it's negative, it means we are pressing S. If it's none, it's none. It's good when you making game with joysticks, so you can get the vertical exactly and everything as you wish. So let's make a debug log of W and else. Now it needs to be smaller. S for check. Okay, and let's play. Okay, and let's press W. We get W. S, we get S. Okay, so we know it's working. So now we have our character controller. So let's do it like this. Character controller dot. Let's search for, where is it? We have move. Okay, we have move and we have simple move. Currently we want to use simple move because move, because simple move is when you start applying gravity for your game and using jump and everything like this. Now we are only starting with move, so we want our transform dot forward. Okay, and if we press S, we want transform minus. and let's check. Okay, and let's look. Okay, we are moving pretty fast. Okay, and as you see, our camera is also rotate. But we have a couple of problems here. Okay, one, we have that our movement is pretty much fast. Okay, and what we want is to make our sensitivity. So let's make float movement sense. Okay, let's start it at 1. Okay, and multiply by our movement sensitivity. And if we press our player, and we're going, oh sorry, it's supposed to be public. Okay, and we put like 0.1. Okay, let's play. It's starting and we are moving way slower. Okay, now the other thing is that we want to move our camera also. So for this we need another variable. We need our vector3 last pause. Okay, and last pause equal to Transponder.Position. So we want to move our camera at the delta movement of the player movement. Okay, so we need to enter to our camera track player. Okay, so we are here now. Let's make another function that is called, it's supposed to be void, and let's call it camera movement by player. Okay, and we are getting vector3 delta. Okay, now this one's supposed to be public. Okay, and we want that our transform.position equals to transform.position plus delta. Okay, so what we need to do now is when we are moving, we want to call camera movement. But the problem is we need game object for it. We need the camera game object in order to call the camera the camera movement by player. Okay, so let's camera obj. Okay, and also if camera obj command, if camera obj there is no camera object. Okay, so let's give it some time to load, and player camera obj command to our camera. And okay, so now we want just to camera obj dot get component camera track by player, and we want our camera movement command camera movement by player, and we want the delta. Now the delta is our transform that position minus delta, sorry, minus last position, and last position equals again to camera movement, again to transform.position, sorry. So let's check. Okay, and we are moving forward, backwards. Okay, and yeah, we are staying in the same distance from our player, which is what we want. But we also want to rotate our movement by the rotation of our camera looking. I mean, the angle in which we are looking. Okay, so let's get back into our player movement. So we want to rotate the player to look 180 degrees in the angle. What I mean, we have here and here, but we don't want our player to look over here like this. Okay, the blue arrow is forward. We want it like this. Okay, so, but we also want it only on the y-axis. Okay, we doesn't want on the x or the z. Okay, so we can use transform.lookAt. Okay, so first of all, what we need is the direction of our vector. Okay, so we want transform.position minus camera object.transform.position. Okay, now we want our transform.rotation to be equal to quaternion.euler, our transform.rotation.euler.x, quaternion.look rotation direction, and y, euler.y, and we want our transform.rotation.euler.z. And now explain. We want to change our transform.rotation. Okay? Now, this function converts vector to quaternion. Okay? Because rotations in Unity are using x, y, z, and w. Okay? And we want to make it simple, so x, y, z only. So this is a vector 3 over here. Okay? So we are using our current x rotation, again, Euler angle, and we want our look rotation, okay, in that direction. I mean, like this. If it was, let's make it from above, like this. You see, we have kind of vector. If the camera was like this, so over here, and like this, over here, this, over here. Okay, so, and we want our only the y, because the y is our left and right. Okay, and we want to keep our same z rotation. Okay, so let's check. Let's also copy over here. Okay, and again, let's say look over here, and as you see, we are moving in the direction we are looking at. Okay, just a second, I want my get it lower a bit. Okay, so now when I press A or D, I want also to move. Okay, so let's do it also. We have the same axis, but this time we want to use our horizontal. So let's copy. Okay, and now we want to use, if it's positive, it's D, and D is right. Okay, and here we want minus right, because we want left. Okay, and let's see if it is working correctly. And yes? Okay. So we have a bit of bug. As you see, when I'm pressing D and W, I'm getting way closer, and when I'm pressing S and A, I'm getting very far. Okay, and let's see. The only thing that can change our camera Transponder Position is this function. And what's happening is we are transform the same data again and again instead of one time. So let's change it. Let's delete and delete and delete, and let's copy it. Okay, and now it will only occur one time instead of, let's say, one time here and one time here. Okay, and let's check. Okay, and now I'm staying in the same distance, which is what we are wanting. Okay, so this was my second part in the stealth game tutorial. Hope you enjoyed, hope you understood, and leave comments, subscribe, and I see you guys later. Bye guys.